We're back. The Rick and Bubba Show, top of the hour, 877 We Be Big. We welcome all of you that are now viewing and watching. How you doing on Turner South? You join us all that have been hanging out for a few hours on radio, and we're glad that you are here. It is Fat Fest Eve. We are getting in the Fat Fest mode, which is tomorrow night. We'll start this hour with the top of the hour song, followed by the national anthem. Time to get up in the morning, yes. Drink my coffee, hurry up. I got to get to work on time. Hey, hey, hey. Hear the whistle. Beep, 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 beep. See a train rolling down the track. See you later, hurry back out of my way. Hey, got to get to work on time. Hey, hey, hey.
You think Justin will come to Fat Fest Day?
Let's just say he's not.
Ain't it hot? Is he off tonight?
Sweating like a pig.
Got to hurry.
Scary, got to get to work on time.
Pack a lunch share.
I'm working overtime. If the taxes barely make a dime, punch a clock in. Hey!
Got to get to work on time.
Here's our national anthem.
Got to get to work on time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
There it is, Janelle Wise with our national anthem this morning. And we thank you for being with us. Fat Fest Eve. We start this hour with music from the world's greatest garage band. Mr. Lucky, Ryan Greenwood on lead guitar, Greg Burgess on the blue bass, Mark Phillips on keyboard, Steve Sample on the drums, and yours truly, Rick and Bubba, on vocals and power vocals. Yes. This morning we do have some guests dealing with Fat Fest. We'll hear Hobie and Juan DeMarco's first song that they've ever done, their debut song. You'll see them perform tomorrow night with a special appearance by my son Boomer, which has spawned controversy in my family. We'll talk about that. Frank Caliendo has a big announcement this week. A lot of you have already seen it this morning in various newspapers, but he'll do his first interview with us about it this morning.
Very first.
John Barley Scotch Wheeler will be talking to us, the lead singer and fiddle player for Hayseed Dixie, their tribute to Kiss this year from their new CD, Kiss My Grass, which will all be available tomorrow night at Fat Fest. And Paul Thorne will perform live in the studio with us this morning. He is one of our headliners tomorrow night also for Fat Fest 2003. So we're getting in the mode for that. Tickets still available on the website at rickandbubba.com. They'll place those at will call for you at this point, or you can get them as you come through the gates tomorrow night. And we also want to thank the Winfrey Hotel for putting up our acts and letting them stay in the lap of luxury. And also Don Shula Steakhouse opening up this fall. So Dana at the Winfrey, thanks for all your help.
Yes, thank you.
And our acts, thank you as well. I'm sure as Paul Thorne wakes up this morning at the Winfrey, preparing to come over, he is very pleased with his accommodations.
Yes, that's probably better than he gets to stay at a lot of times. Rick, it is Fat Fest weekend. It is our way of saying thanks to you.
Oh, just so looking forward to this tomorrow.
Listeners and viewers of the Rick and Bubba Show. It's really kind of like nothing else. If you have been to it before, I think you will agree with that. Not, we hope you will make it. This looks like it will be the last one under this format, at least for right now, just because these acts keep agreeing to come and say thank you, and it's just getting so they can't afford to do that at our ticket price. So we've tried to keep that down best we can, but, you know, the the battle of economics here is beginning to take its toll. And Rick, you put this together for 5 years. I think you've done a wonderful job. You've made it very easy for me to be a part of it.
Well, you know, we all have our assignments, and everybody does their job, and everybody works hard here. And, you know, I put it together, try to organize it, and then, as I have done officially this morning, I hand it off to Speedy. And I'm going to tell you what, that son of a gun does an incredible job of running this thing tomorrow. I can't say enough about Patrick Boone, who will be the stage manager from the Clear Channel New Era bunch. He has done an incredible job to accommodate everybody. Affordable sound and lights. John Robinson and his crew do an incredible job with the PA. We will all perform on PA and lights and stage that is big time. I mean, this is the big time stuff. They do it cheap, so we can have a lot of stuff for a little bit of money. And then we'll also have pyro again this year. With the people we've had do it the last few years are not able to do it. We do have a new pyro bunch. I'll give them props on Monday. I don't have all the details of their names and who'll be doing that. We'll meet them tomorrow. We do have plans to do a good pyro show for you again too. So there's just so many people. Jennifer Fine works at the front office there at Old Mountain Amphitheater. We are a handful for her, and I know a hassle, so she is ready to be rid of us, but we'll interview her later, and she'll give all of you will call information on how to properly get your tickets at will call and not being a nightmare story. And this CD will be available there tomorrow night. All the acts just about have new CDs they've just released, and for the first time ever, we have our new Best Of CD that will be there this year at Fat Fest. Never before has it been out in time to make it to Fat Fest, but American Classics at our merchandise booth will have Got It Like We Like It available tomorrow, the brand new Rick and Bubba CD at Fat Fest. You can also get it online right now at rickandbubba.com, or you can go to the Galleria there and at the American Classics kiosk. If you come into town, the Galleria is located in Hoover, Alabama, right where the Winfrey Hotel is located. But it'll hit stores nationwide sometime in October.
Rick, I want to tell you this. Frank Cummings did such a great job on the artwork for this, and we're so fortunate to have someone of his caliber that will even agree to talk to us to do our artwork. And, yeah, really, by far and away the best-looking CD we've ever had.
Oh, sure.
And I'll tell you, I listened to the CDs again, and I'm gonna tell you, we had the hardest time this year deciding what not to put on here. You know, we almost got in a fight once.
Oh yes.
And it's just, I mean, there is just, hey, this owns me. I just want to tell you, I don't know, and we'd like to get feedback from some of you guys who get it. But the lead story on there is about us meeting President George W. Bush, and the fact that we were unrememberable.
Yes, and made no impact on him.
We also have Sunday at the Burgesses. Is Bubba a soccer dad? Big love going to ballet practice. We have a report from Roger Lewis about sheep. I listened to that again. Oh, my Lord, I almost wrecked.
Yes.
Salesperson getting kicked in the face. If you work in sales in any industry, you need to hear that bit. Is Bubba going to Vegas? That's when Sean Hannity was here and invited me on what we call the weekend of a lifetime. And we have included a hunting story, Greg Burgess, Trouble in the Woods.
Yes.
Which also is funny. Dickie Nadmeyer fans will be excited. We have a call from him on there about from a telemarketer doing the Xbox.
Yeah, those video games, yeah.
Right. Speedy getting electrocuted with a stun gun. Your family's trip, Rick, to Callaway Gardens. A segment that will always be very controversial on this show, and I know will create much discussion out there in the audience, flirting with cousins.
Yes.
That one will be one to remember. We have a segment on riding animals. We also have a segment when Oliver North visited us in studio, talking about his time before the U.S. Senate.
Yes.
Trash-talking monks, which was a favorite in a lot of areas, a lot of circles heard about that. Rick, a classic, Casio Kid burns down his granny's house.
Yes.
Don't miss that. We have a edition of Know the Good Book when we got the answer, Jesus's broom. Now, if you're wondering how that could be the answer, you need to listen to that bit. We also have our friend Kurt Jarvis, who agreed to help my wife with her bushes. And we have Frank Caliendo, who we will talk to later in the show, and Rick doing a conversation, Mike Tyson and Jay Leno having a phone conversation.
Yeah.
And how about this? The CDs now, because of technology, are longer. So we have 1 hour, 19 minutes on one CD and 1 hour, 19 minutes on the other. It's 5 hours of Rick and Bubba right there. So,
yeah.
And Rick, I'm just fired up about that. I'm so proud of that project.
I am too.
It looks good, sounds good.
Well,
and the talent, once again, is questionable, but the presentation is excellent.
Well, you know, and you headed that up this round to try to cut out some of the pitfalls we'd had in the past, and you were flawless, and there it is.
Speedy and Dee did a lot of the leg work on it.
They did. They absolutely did.
But we tried to focus on that bad boy a little better, and I think it turned out real good.
So that'll be available tomorrow night, and as you heard the acts all week, they're all having new CDs coming out and debuting them, including Oliver North debuting his new book, all tomorrow. So, you know, I know that that funds are limited these days, but just kind of decide what you want, because everything will be available. It'll be like a flea market of merchandise.
Yes.
There tomorrow night.
As a matter of fact, I expect the Junkin people to turn up to do a show.
Yeah, so there'll be a lot available to you. We answer questions.
You gave me something on that day. You gave me nothing.
We answer questions about Fat
Fest. Our equipment is completely falling apart. Every computer has a virus.
We want to talk to Bubba about his new hair, Hobie and Dee about their new song. Frank Caliendo has a big announcement. Hasty Dixie by phone. Paul Thorne here in studios, and questions and answers for Fat Fest tomorrow night. We'll be back.
Rick and Bubba.
Back 16 minutes past the hour to the music of Kevin Derryberry, also part of Fat Fest 2003, tomorrow night at the Old Mountain Amphitheater. All questions should be answered on the website at rickandbubba.com. And until 8 o'clock Central Time this morning, you have one more hour, less than an hour, about 40 minutes to enter your name to win the Fat Pack, which is tickets to Fat Fest, backstage passes. You get Fat Fest commemorative T-shirt signed by everybody, and 2 Fat Chance Mr. Lucky CDs in the Fat Pack. So you can still register for that. Ryan Greenwood, lead guitarist for the world's greatest garage band, Mr. Lucky, and webmaster will announce that at 8 o'clock Central Time.
Quick note, too, football fans, preseason. The Falcons will be in Miami tonight. Tomorrow night, the Titans are in Cincinnati. And the New Orleans Saint fans, the Saints will be playing in San Fran.
To the phones.
Speaking of football.
A big announcement today for a friend of the show. Here's a guy. It's Frank Caliendo. Frankie.
Hey, am I Mike Tyson or Jay Leno right now? Which one am I?
You really can't tell, kid.
Frank, what are you doing? We're getting reports that there's a big story about you on the front page of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution today.
A big story or a little blurb?
You know, I don't know, but we start talking.
Hey, Frank, if you're on the front page, it's a big story.
We start talking about our big announcement. Of course, everybody called in and said, yeah, I've already seen it in the Atlanta Journal. Thanks, guys. Is that funny or what?
Yeah, hilarious.
But we've got the guy live.
Hilarious.
Awesome.
The Fox NFL pregame, it turns out that Bubba's a prognosticator.
Yes.
For those guys who don't know what prognosticator is, neither do I.
He's a soothsayer.
Yes.
Bubba has said how many times Frank Caliendo Jimmy Kimmel has Frank Caliendo's job.
I've said Jimmy stole your gig.
We've said that so many times on the show.
And now I'm taking over for him.
So you're stealing it back.
I'm stealing it back.
Yeah! Frank!
So it is going to be Frank Caliendo is the pregame show.
Well, I will have that 2-minute segment where it's going to be me as myself. So I'm going to be playing all the other characters that I do in full makeup and stuff like that. They actually showed a few things at halftime last night, so it's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to it, and you guys are some of the guys I have to thank for.
No.
They heard me on your show, and that's why they hired me.
Frank, all we ask is that we be special guests on a couple of them. You don't owe us anything. I mean, I don't want you to feel obligated.
You are doing all the writing and everything, right?
Yeah. I'm doing a lot of it. There's going to be, as it always starts in Hollywood, it's all your gig, and then all of a sudden there's 2 or 3 more people, and then there's a few more, but. It's going to be, I'm going to get to do a lot of what I want to do.
But Jimmy will have to stay out of there.
Jimmy's, I hope we have a little guest spot by him, but it's really going to be all about me for a while. And what I hope to do is get me established, and then get start making it good then.
Throw a rope.
Maybe there comes an appropriate time that the rope is thrown out and we grab a hold of it.
Casio Kid's out there too looking for work. So if you need somebody like to sweep or anything, his mom's already called and said, "Hey."
Yeah, tell Frank to adopt Casio.
I tried to get him a job at Mad TV.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
And they said
doing what?
Well, just working as a PA. I made
That's where
calls.
it starts.
You got to start there.
It shows you how much power I have when
they said
I
no
can't even
thanks.
get Casio Kid an free internship.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
They said, yeah, appreciate you. All right, what else y'all want to do today? They gave you 0 on it, didn't they?
Well, Frank, what other thing do you want to do on Mad TV that we can cut?
Yeah, let me tell you something. You being in the pregame show for the Fox games, that's unbelievable. That is a big, high-profile gig.
Yeah, it's like, it's 12, 13 million people a week that watch.
That's incredible.
So that's probably, 15 times the Mad TV audience?
I can't believe, too, that you can wear a Rick and Bubba shirt on the first one. That is so... I can't believe that.
Call the bar Rick
I'm
and
working
Bubba.
on, you know what, I'm really working on trying to get some things in there, because I'm not supposed to give away what it is exactly and stuff like that yet. They told me not to, but there'll be a wall in the back.
Here's a guy who realized they have a wall in the back.
An idiotic thing that was.
Do we need to send you some decor?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking I want to try and do is get some of the,
Maybe a neon?
Yeah.
Maybe some stand-ups of us.
I love how it went from a little sign to a neon
to stand-ups.
Frank, you know how this business works.
See, that would be one of those things that would be like a trivia question. Who are those two guys standing behind Frank?
Frank, you know what I always like to say? Nothing asked, nothing asked.
Absolutely.
Sure.
It's better to ask than to not ask.
Yeah.
That's something John Madden taught me.
Yeah, just keep asking then.
Frank, we're so happy for you, man.
What?
We're so happy
for
you.
We're just, we're giddy. It's almost like we got the gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except we don't have to worry with a headache.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you guys this. Thank you guys so much for the weekend, too, because I'd never sold out a show at Stardom before. We sold out both shows Saturday.
Yeah, I got your email on that. That was great. And I talked to some friends of mine that I respect their opinion. Matter of fact, they're those people that if you're not sure about a show, you call and then you're nervous about what they're going to say.
Right.
What'd you think about the show today? Well, I'll tell you, wasn't your best work. Those kind of people. And they said that they were on the floor laughing, and the quote was that you were incredible. And they even said that the other two guys were like really on that night. Said the whole show was incredible.
I thought everybody was really good, and and after I became Potty Mouth Caliendo.
Yeah, which by the way, my brother said was hilarious, and we kept calling you Potty Mouth.
Oh, I think it's funny. I almost want that to be. I want to get rid of Madden Guy and be Potty Mouth.
Pottymouth.com.
Yeah, somebody get that, and the New Yorker's going to say, "Why is he pottying all the time?"
Yeah.
I did, especially Saturday early show, I made sure. And one guy came up to me after the show and was like, "Man, they ruined your show. You didn't say any of the swear words."
Yeah, there's always that guy. Yeah. But he's the one that thinks Bubba and I don't cuss enough. We talk to him.
So,
Here's a guy who tried to find a joke but realized most of them would have been offensive.
Well, Frank,
it's like, bam!
We're just excited for you, and we want you to. Will you keep checking in though? You're not going. This isn't where you forget us.
Yeah. Is
this the kiss goodbye here?
Yeah.
Who are you?
This is the fade. You're going to become that girl you dated that didn't want to break it off with you, but she just quit calling. And you would call and you'd leave an.
And she's always with somebody else.
Yeah, and like for 3 days you convince yourself maybe her voicemail's not working.
Yeah. Well, Frank, I know
Here's a guy who knows most of my life.
I know you're going to be doing a lot of media today, and it's an exciting day for you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done.
Well, Frank, thanks, and we cannot wait. We're huge football fans, so we will see you often. Check in with us when the schedule allows, and when you think it's appropriate for us to send you something for a little mini shout-out, we will.
Awesome.
Okay, man, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Frank.
Enjoyed it, Frank.
Well, let me tell you something, Rick and Bubba Army. Another step. Frank Caliendo now on the pregame show on Fox Football Sunday. On NFL Sunday. That's huge. We'll come back. Another first for Fat Fest tomorrow night. Casio Kid trying to get an internship with Frank Caliendo. will not be at Fat Fest. Don Juan DeMarco wasted no time replacing Casio. As a matter of fact, it was a little quick. It was almost uncomfortable. Hobie and Casio's debut when we return.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and...
This is some facts. I want to know where Rick and Bubba come up with all of this material.
Oh, hi. Rick, let me handle this one. Now, most of the material, as Lisa says, that we get for our show is actually what happens to us in everyday life.
Hey, Rick, nature didn't play anything and do it. Let me start over.
We think life is very funny as it is if you just look in the right places.
Rick, Mother Nature didn't have a thing to do with this, and nothing to do with the way I'm speaking today either.
Rick, I can't do it this way. Folks, I've got to be honest with you. We have a very special lady who is our head writer for our show, and it's my lovely wife, Betty Lou.
Betty is, I mean, she's walking comedy, and we want to share that with you.
Stay tuned, because there's more all-new Rick and Bubba on the way.
First time I fell.
Going up on the wrong side of the law.
Back to the music of Kenny Thomas and Cornbread.
Somewhere someday knew we'd have to rise above it all.
Live on stage tomorrow night. If you love America, come show Kenny Thomas and Cornbread the love. Former Ranger who fought and clawed in Somalia during the events that are now depicted in the book and the movie Black Hawk Down. Kenny Thomas and his band Cornbread also were seen in Sweet Home Alabama on stage, and they will perform live on stage tomorrow night for Fat Fest 2003. Be
he
sure.
was in When We Were Soldiers, too.
Yeah, remember we saw him like bunkered down with Mel Gibson?
He had a speaking part. That was huge.
So Kenny and his band Cornbread, which, by the way, these guys are incredible. I've heard a lot of good things about them, those of you that have already seen them, but live in concert as part of Fat Fest 2003 tomorrow night. All questions answered on the website at rickandbubba.com. If you have additional questions, we will try our best to answer those for you today. Also interested in who's traveling the furthest to Fat Fest. That's always fun. And also don't forget that if you need some tickets, you can get them online. They'll put them at will call. You can get them as you come through the gate. And there's been a few people who now have had conflicts and cannot use their tickets that bought them early that have good seats. Those people that are trying to sell theirs at cost, the ladies on the phones at 877-WE-BE-BIG have those names and numbers, and they'll pass them on to you if you'd like to investigate that route for getting tickets also for tomorrow night. It all starts at 5 o'clock Central. Gates open at 4 o'clock. Oliver North will be there signing his book, and we're going to, of his own free will, may get up and say a few words to us. He has a special guest he's bringing with him that we can't tell you about, but it will be a nice surprise for you for those who love America. And, of course, all the acts will also have merchandise, and we will have special appearances by all the Rick and Bubba interns. Speedy host it. Fire Marshal Megan will sing the national anthem. Boomer will make a special appearance with Hobie and Dee, and also we will have Luther Evans make an appearance as part of what you already see as the lineup on the website. So make plans to be there with us tomorrow night, and it's simple. The directions, everything you need to know is on the website. So Don Juan DeMarco has performed at every single Fat Fest, or just
three out of the 4.
You didn't perform in 2000?
Yeah.
2000,
the first 99.
99 I didn't perform.
Well, that would be, this will be your 4th then.
Okay.
Right? This will be, this
4.
Will be, okay, performance number 4.
And how about he's owned it?
Yeah, so you've been with Casio every time.
There you got Hobie.
And Casio is, I guess, along with taking the lead from Vanilla Chad, a former intern, is going out to find himself.
He's finding himself right now.
So you...
we hope he finds himself quicker than Vanilla Chad has.
Yes.
Because apparently he was still looking last we heard.
Bubba, if I'm not mistaken, you timed it. He replaced Casio, what was it, 40 seconds, something along those lines?
Rick, 37.5.
Yeah, 37.5 seconds. He replaced Casio with new intern Hobie.
It has caused some problems. I'll be honest with you. Don Juan's new tour was going to be called Stuffed and Justified, but that will not work now.
We had to change that.
Yeah, we had to drop that.
So Don Juan will be performing also in my house. I'd like to thank Don Juan for, he's learned marketing from us, so he really has. It's caused controversy with my children because Boomer, we told the story about my 12-year-old disrupting the Aaron Carter concert, especially Britney Spears' Sisters Act, as the crowd left her and attacked Boomer. Don Juan saw a marketing ploy here and now has Boomer making a special appearance on stage with him. Talked with my 13-year-old daughter, who's an aspiring actress, last night. She said, now let me get this straight. And I said, okay. She goes, I have worked my rear end off to get into the Alabama School of Fine Arts. She says, and I'm studying there. And I said, yeah. She goes, I've been with the Broadway production of Footloose till 11:30, 12 every night, trying to, fine-tune my art, getting up, going to school all day. In the School of Fine Arts, it's 8 o'clock in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon, then straight to the theater to be in Footloose. She said, all I've done is work to try to make it in this business. And I said, well, yeah. She goes, and Boomer dances at the Aaron Carter concert, and now he's going to perform? And I said, that's pretty much it.
That's usually how it goes in this business.
Right. And she says, okay. And she said, that's how, everything just falls in his lap. And I said, well, he's just kind of the Mr. Magoo, little Magoo. He's just walking around, stuff falling on him. So he will make an appearance, and of course all the children will make an appearance with us. I said, well, don't worry. I said, you're going to get to come out on stage with us when we play. She goes, oh, I'll be out there with the 13 other children babysitting.
She can come out and help us hold Hunter and Caitlin.
Yeah, I said, yeah. You'll get to hold your little brothers and the little bussies and all that. She goes, so in other words, she said, in other words, Boomer will be a star and I'll be a babysitter.
Well, I don't know how Brandy's dancing is, but I mean, I may, have a little room there for extra backup dancers.
Yeah, sure. Well,
something like that, for Brandy.
Yeah. Well, look, I told them what they ought to do is look what their uncle, my brother, and I did. We just fight, and whoever won got the spotlight.
Yeah, sure.
All right, here's the hot mic. Yeah, fight. Go ahead.
And to some degree, that still goes on today.
Anyway, so that'll be fun. So you guys have put together your own stuff?
Yeah. I mean, working with Hobie is I mean, not saying that working with CK is difficult.
Here it is.
But working with Hobie is so easy because I'll just write something and say, hey, sing that right there, and he'll he'll sing it and it's done.
Yeah, well, Cassio, you can't find.
Well, Cassio and I, I did my part. I write my own part. He write his own part, and we just hope it clash. Hope it come together perfectly when we get together.
Hope it didn't clash.
Yeah, it didn't clash and comes together perfect when we get together to perform. But working with Hobie, I write everything and I just put it in front of him, and there it goes.
Now, Hobie, you used to be in a boy band.
Yeah, boy band.
A lot of people remember New Kids on the Block.
Right.
Yes, I was Joey McIntyre. No, I'm just kidding.
So how are those guys taking this? Is this the official end of the boy band?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
It's an extra project, really.
Sure.
Yeah,
you can have other
projects.
You can have side projects. It's perfectly fine.
Sure.
I mean,
we all were good when Phil Collins broke off from Genesis, did his own project. We just want him to go back.
Well, he did, and then decided he hated splitting it three ways, and he left again.
I know.
But that's the.
And I'm still to this day upset with Michael for leaving the Jackson 5. I mean.
Yeah, he should.
It just hurt.
Maybe see now his accountability people were gone, and he was on his own, and everybody was.
You don't have Tito there to look over your shoulder.
Yeah,
look out.
Yeah.
Well, are we going to hear a little something from you?
We do. I want to play the first song we ever did together. As far as
is this the CD?
Yeah, that's the CD. Cut number 1. That's the first song. It's called Crazy.
Crazy.
And every song that I've done has like a little theme to it, and it has a meaning to it. And
this one is.
It kind of speaks for itself when I talk about crazy. Crazy.
Okay.
You're here.
Okay.
You're here.
Here it comes.
All right. So this is official name Don Juan and Hobie.
Yeah. We don't really have nothing, but hey, there you go.
That's us.
Don Juan and Hobie. This is Crazy. You'll see them tomorrow night. Check the schedule somewhere around 5:20, right after the Rick and Bubba Idol finalists. Here's their first debut song together, Crazy.
Let me tell you about this girl. I see she's gonna run my world. Plain to see, she's always in my face, asking me for a little more time and money. She look at me funny when I tell her no. I'm tired of this girl, she gotta go. Need to get to stepping out the door. I don't need her no more.
Why? You say she always getting on your nerves. Why? You don't want your girl no more. Why? You're trying to kick your girl to the curb. Why? You say she got to go.
That girl is crazy, crazy.
That girl done lost her mind.
She's crazy, crazy.
Trying to take up all my time. What?
Crazy, crazy.
Trying to play me for a fool.
She's crazy, crazy.
That girl ain't even cool.
Why you come running to me when it's time to get your hair done, your nails done? Why you keep calling me when you see something at the mall? You gotta have one. Hey girl, can't you see? Ain't no more chilling with you, paying bills for you. I'm tired of you using me and treating me the way that you do.
Why you let her keep a hold of you? Why she playing these crazy games? Why this girl treat you like a fool? Why she got you on a ball and chain?
Girl, it's crazy, crazy.
That girl done lost her mind.
She's crazy, crazy.
Trying to take up all my time.
Crazy, crazy.
Trying to play me for a fool.
She's crazy, crazy.
That girl ain't even cool. Hobie, I know exactly what you're talking about. All these girls walking around with their hands stuck out, waiting for all the fellas to get a paycheck, but don't want to show a brother some respect. You don't love me, you just want to use up my dough. Girl, you're crazy, I ain't taking your stuff no more. You just lost me, I'm knocking on another girl's door. I'm out, step back, I'm about to hit the road. That's why you can't even keep a man. That's why I messed up your master plan. That's why you got me saying bye, bye, bye. That's why you C-R-A-Z-Y.
Crazy, crazy.
That girl done lost her mind.
She's crazy, crazy.
Trying to take up all my time.
Crazy, crazy.
Trying to play me for a fool.
She's crazy, crazy.
That girl ain't even cool.
Girl, it's crazy, crazy.
That girl done lost her mind.
She's crazy, crazy.
Trying to take up all my time.
Crazy, crazy.
Trying to play me for a fool.
She's crazy, crazy.
That girl ain't even cool.
Girl, it's crazy, crazy.
That girl done lost her mind.
She's crazy, crazy.
Trying to take up all my time.
Crazy, crazy.
Trying to play me for a fool.
She's crazy, crazy.
That girl ain't even cool.
Wow! All right, how does that voice come out of Hobie?
Yeah, Hobie. Wow. Well, Hobie, I wasn't ready for that. You were bringing it,
That's what I've always wanted to do with Fat Fest. I wanted to, you know, I don't have the R&B pop flavor like Hobie has, and I wanted it, and I couldn't really work with it and get it. And Hobie and Cassio was going to do the rap, but it didn't work out that way.
Y'all were too rappers.
Yes.
How much? I mean,
and you needed
Justin
to sing.
Timberlake, look out. My goodness.
So this is what I
That
call...
girl is crazy, crazy.
This is what I call hip-hop. Not hip-hop. Hip-hop.
But how can the guy who says Mary Catherine sing like that? How?
Now I'll bring a little country twang when I'm talking.
Well, yeah, but how about this? Have you ever noticed too? Like, I mean, you see this like with the British singers. They talk and they start singing and it's normal.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I think you focus in when you're singing and you kind of turn it on off.
I mean, didn't you expect
well,
to be?
You know
that
what?
girl's crazy, crazy. This is Hobie. This is Hobie. Mary Catherine.
I remember the first time I met Hobie. He was talking to me. I couldn't believe it. He was talking to me. He said, well, maybe one day we can do something at Fat Fest. I said, yeah, right, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
sure enough, they're bumpkin. Sure. Man, that's great.
We'll get some country in there.
Can I tell y'all something? Look, now
about that owns me.
Everybody, you're dairy berries now.
Well, I don't have original music.
Everybody want to know if y'all going to have a CD at Fat Fest. Thanks, dairy berries.
What?
Two little dairy berries.
Two little dairy berries sitting in a tree.
How did Hobie learn to sing like that?
Mary Catherine has to be proud, too. What was your motivation for that song?
Rick and Bubba.
What's up? Oh, girl. Come on.
Back with more music from D and Hobie, part of Fat Fest 2003 tomorrow night.
Hey girl, can I talk to you? Sit down for a...
And the calls have been incredible.
What is that?
They have just the calls are screaming that they absolutely love the song Crazy. It really, really is good. Mark Prater, who a lot of people do not know, also spent some time touring with the boy band and was the lead singer of what was called the Prattville Five. Here he comes. He got it all together with the Prattville Five. The Prattville Here, Mark. When it's time for the weather, ain't nobody better. Here, Mark Prater. Mark Prater. Here, Mark Prater. Mark Prater. Here, Mark Prater. Oh, Mark Prater. What's up, player?
How you doing, gentlemen?
Well, just, you know, Fat Fest Eve, baby. We're fired up.
Oh, no, everybody's got to be fired up about tomorrow.
Fired up, Mark Prater, fired up.
Mark, did you just hear Hobie sing?
Yeah, I heard a little bit of it.
What did that? I mean, you. No offense, but you've heard the way he talks. Did that shock you?
That's a little odd for me.
I mean, wow, where did that come from?
You know what? It hurts my feelings because now I know I should be able to sing better.
Have you seen Bubba's hair today?
Well, no, I actually haven't paid much attention. Let me see that.
What hair?
Well, he's got it like he likes it.
Hey, that's a nice. Hey, you're kicking, man.
Where's the Michael W. Smith
CD?
Well,
no, look, let me be clear.
Wow, that is solid.
Where's the Michael W. Smith CD?
We had Shane Bright was my head model when I did my makeover.
Right.
Okay, and he had his hair darkened and highlighted and all that.
Yeah. Goodbye, Greg.
And I haven't, you know, I never did go to that extreme, but I decided to yesterday. Now Shane Bright was the head model.
Right. Sure.
But it has come to our attention that I do look a little bit
like
Michael W. Smith after a severe reaction to a bee sting. And I love Michael W. Smith. I think he's a little scared of us at times.
Well, sure he is.
Wow.
Wouldn't you be?
Well, you know, but okay.
All right, we've got. Can we do a split screen of both of them? Is that impossible on that camera? Are you building one, Chris? Well, that way we'll see, and Michael W. Smith can see what he.
If I got my hand on the wrong shoulder.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can see what Michael W. Smith would look like.
Pull out a little bit, Speedy.
If he had a colored mustache and let himself go.
Yeah. Okay.
There it is.
There it is.
Bubba's posing the same way Michael W. Smith is posing on his CD.
Oh, that's nice.
Please look at that. You're holding me with that. So you said goodbye to the gray, huh?
Yeah, I want to thank Christy, who normally cuts my hair, and Chrissy, who did the coloring over at Head Start. Great job, girls.
Looks good.
Yeah, that look, you got it like you like it.
Look, I love Michael W. I'm a huge fan. I'm really on fire for him, as always. He's just such a blessing to me, and now I know it's a little scary that I'm, you know,
your hair looks good
to be copying his hairstyle.
Now,
but how about this? Michael W.'s a good-looking man, and I can say that because I love him as much as a straight man can.
Amen.
And I'm all right with that, and I hope he is.
Prater, Bubba's also wearing, we've had some complaints of some of our big ones that some of our shirts aren't big enough.
Right.
In American Classics, we'll have 4 and 5X shirts in a couple of the styles.
Yeah,
the University and the Hard Rock.
That's solid right there.
Yeah, so we do have those. You can get those, and we'll also have them at Fat Fest. Prater, I know, you know, you're going to come out, get to make an appearance. You won't get to stay very long, but you will get to come out during our set. We're going to sing the Prater theme through the giant PA system that affordable sound and lights we'll have set up. What about weather? You know, from what I could tell from you, I did some studying on your website, watched your forecast. Sounds like it's just the same stuff we've had all week. There'll be a chance of something scattered and isolated. If it happens, it should be, you know, lively for a little bit, then move on.
Yeah, it's not going to last long if we do have anything there. So it's going to be rolling the dice, see where something lands. And right now we're just going to say scattered. Otherwise, around 90 to 92, which is not bad considering it could be 100.
Yeah.
So the weather, I would say the weather is not going to be a factor other than maybe a stray passing shower. Hello, Ms. Beetle. Than normal.
You know, the thing I would like, Prater, really, and this is weird, I'd love for a shower to hit around, you know, say 3 o'clock.
Cool it off.
Cool it off. The gate's open at 4, and now we've got that post feeling, and the sun's starting to set late. You know, you know, it could kind of be nice. But
absolutely.
But really, I don't want to quag anybody, so I hope for no rain whatsoever. Then.
Rick, here's what I hope. I hope there's like a thunderstorm about 30 miles away, and we get that inflow, you know, that cool air behind
yes.
it.
Yeah, once it collapses, that cool air.
I hope I'm in the middle of my set, and Speedy, like last year, has to come out and keep going. There's a thunderstorm coming. We're not sure what to do. Just wanted you to know.
Absolutely.
And then the band went into speed metal of us trying to finish the set.
Yeah, because I did have to tell some elderly folks last time because, see, from the area where they were sitting back to the stage, you could see the lightning over your head, and they were like, "Man, this is some cool pyro." I was like, "No, ma'am, no, that's lightning."
Yeah.
You know,
It's
and so
the band that was in Nashville when the bridge blew up as they walked out on stage.
yeah. And look, let's face it. As close as we are to Montgomery, if there's going to be a lightning strike, they'll draw all the fire.
Sure.
You know, so.
Sure.
Great to see you tomorrow night, my brother.
See you guys.
We'll be back. Paul Thorne is next.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.